Hello, my name is Lissette Nava, and I'm here to tell you today how Cambodia has changed my life. So in the summer of 2016, I went on my first missions trip to Cambodia with my church, Water of Life Community Church. While there, we partnered with the church we partnered with there called New Life Fellowship, and they had given us things to do, like to go and serve the people in the villages, provide a youth camp for the church that we partnered with, the students there, and just overall have a lot of fun. Upon visiting the first province that we went to, a province is a city outside of the main capital city called Kampong Cham, and while there, I met this little girl. Her name is Israelita. And while there, I saw that she had the eyes of a person that looked 20, yet she has a 12-year-old body. Before leaving, after we finished praying over her family and her house, we left. And as I was leaving, I felt a hand slip through mine, and I looked and I saw that it was Israelita. And for the duration of the time being there, Israelita just hung out with our team, and she just was such a blessing to us, always smiling, always giving us food, and little Cambodian jokes. So upon the second day of returning back to that province, we had the privilege of eating a meal with the Cambodian people, the village there. And that was such a huge blessing to me because I had never felt so much more welcomed or loved in a community ever before outside of my intimate family. And that forever has made such a lasting impact on me. After eating the meal that they provided for us, we went and played a soccer game. And I can't play soccer for my life, so many of the Cambodian kids were laughing at me and my team, but it was just fun. But if you've ever been to Cambodia, it is so incredibly humid there. Our second day being there, it was 82 degrees outside with a 77% chance of humidity. And so I was sweating profusely after playing that soccer game. So I went and sat with my host, and I tried to calm myself down and relax. And Israelita looks at me, and she just walks away. And she comes back with a piece of cardboard and begins to fan me. Now I know this may seem like such an obvious and such a cliche thing to do, but to me it spoke volumes. I came with the mentality of going to Cambodia to serve the people, to humbly serve in whatever capacity they needed. Yet through just these first couple days of being in Cambodia, I saw that I was actually the one being served in ways that I could never have imagined, and they've forever impacted my life and how I want to serve people and be intentional with people. Our second province trip was in Tulslang, and while there, we were able to talk with the students and talk with the kids through our awesome translators. And through our translators, I saw that many of the kids wanted to do a lot of the professions that a lot of us would do. I heard the professions model, doctor, missionary, professional soccer player being spoken out. And I realized that these kids are just the average kids just want to make it big in life and want to make sure that their parents are honored, their parents' sacrifices are honored, and they are rewarded back for the blessings that they've served on the kids. And upon leaving that province, we always made sure that we prayed over the students and we prayed over the families, and we asked them, what is it that you would need prayer for? And the kids always first responded, please pray over my parents. Pray blessings over my parents, financial freedom, wisdom to my parents. It was always somebody else before them. It was never themselves. I think we had to ask them that question at least 3 times before they said, okay, Well, I guess for me, you can pray for this. The attitude of selflessness and putting yourself before others was so prominent in Cambodia, something that I had never, ever seen before in a nation, much less with people here in the United States. They've understood the fact that the people that are put in your life are there for a reason, and you're supposed to serve them and love them and care for them. And I had never ever seen that before in people. I'd never ever seen that in ways that, on a magnitude, on the scale that I had seen there in Cambodia. And it was so humbling and it blew up my world. I always make sure now, coming back from Cambodia, I want to serve people as they had, and serve and be loving and be genuine and be intentional with the people that are put in your life. This is my Khmer sister, Linda. I met her coming back to the church and doing a youth camp with the students. She is a senior, getting ready to graduate in about 2 months, and she's actually looking to apply to some colleges here in the United States. Upon visiting this church and doing that youth camp, Linda always made sure that I was provided for, that I had food with me, that I had water. Actually, walking into the doors, first she ran up to me and she said, "Come see my friends. I want to introduce my friends to you." She always made sure that I was taken care of, and that I was made sure that I was okay. She's only a year older than me, but I always called her my little Khmer mommy. She was always there for me, and always encouraging me, and always making sure that I was taken care of. While praying for her friends and her, I found that she would always come by me and she would translate. She would whisper in my ear and she would translate what they were saying. When the preacher spoke, she would always translate in my ear. Before leaving, she would make sure that she would say, "Okay, bye, sister. Bye, sister. God bless you, sister." She would always love me. She would always encourage me. She would always be there for me. The reason I bring this up is because what if we had people that were that intentional? What if we had people that were that encouraging and loving and authentic with one another as she was with me, as the Khmer people, the nation, was with me? As I told you before, I was immediately accepted into their homes, into their lives, as if I was one of them, as if I was a direct family member. I haven't yet experienced that here in the United States, and what I wanted to encourage you guys with was be intentional with the people that are placed in your life. They're there for a reason. The people that are put into your life are somehow there to encourage you, to uplift you, and you do the same. If you grasp the fact that this is the only life you get, this is the life, this is your body, this is the one chance you get, make it count. It will forever impact the way that you see people, the way that you treat people, the way that you encourage and love on one another. Upon returning back, I struggled a lot with just being encouraging to people. It was so hard, as Americans are very not as open and genuine upfront upon meeting someone. And so throughout this duration and up to now, I found myself that each day, if I just look over to my side and I look at somebody and I say, "Hello, how are you today?" and actually want to know, "How are you?" It changes people's moods. You see the smile and you see them shoulders visibly relax and see, "Wow, she wants to know how I am." Person that will take time. I guarantee that will change the way that you live your life and the way that you want to interact with people. Thank you.